Wait, stop. Before you go into the comment section and say, this is pointless. You guys are both just handling this horribly. You should deal with this in private, like grown adults. I just want you guys to make up. I just want to see more packing content. Just hear me out, please, for 1 second, okay? I fully comprehend all these back and forth exposed videos that me and Leg are creating on each other makes us look like complete idiots, and I literally cringe every time I have to upload one of these. It's literally hurting my soul making this video right now, okay? But please, viewers, just take a second to step back and realize the situation, right? Me and Leg co-own multiple channels together. Leg and PACKGOD, PACKGOD and Leg, whatever, right? We're working together, right? I'm working on our YouTube channel every single day. No complaints. Posting videos, streaming, TikToks, everything, right? Just trying to grow it, trying to promote it. One day, when I'm sleeping, Leg goes on the accounts and switches all the passwords, right? I am kicked out now. He has everything, I have nothing, okay? Now think about this for a second, right? I then DM him privately asking, hey, what's going on, right? He doesn't talk to me. He blocks my number and refuses to speak to me, and instead proceeds to do a live stream on the PACKGOD and Leg channel in front of all our subscribers where he says that I'm a fucked up person and decided it was best for us to go our separate ways, right? So the second Leg makes that live stream, he turns this whole thing into a public shit show, right? The second he decided to block me, not talk to me in private, and make that live stream, he turned this into a public shit show himself, right? Now after having everything stripped from me, being called a rat to all of our subscribers, a pedo to our whole Discord server, without any way to defend myself to my audience, at this point, how is silence an option for me? Think about this here, right? I've just had 3 years of shit I've been working on yanked from me, right? While being basically shit on with no way to defend myself. At this point, right now, if we just said, okay, this is stupid, let's just drop all this, let's just move on, he will still have access to all the accounts, and I still don't have access to anything, right? All that I am asking in this situation is just access back to my rightful 50-50 ownership. That's it. I don't want 60, 70, 80. I just want the half that I worked for. That's it. He is holding 100. Why can I not just get the half? Seriously. The reason why Leg is so adamant about wanting to end this is because he has all the channels. He robbed the bank. He fled to Mexico. Of course he wants the FBI to stop their investigation, right? But that's not how this works. When a crime is committed, justice will be pursued. You can't just sit back with the money and expect it to all go away, right? If you no longer wanted to work with me, that is fine. But the way you went about this, Leg, is horrible. Just taking the shit and blocking me while I'm sleeping was a horrible idea. You should have just called me and said, yo, PACKGOD, I don't want to work with you anymore, blah, 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 right? We agree. Okay, you get this, I get that, have a good time, bye, right? That would have solved all of this in private, right? But one person getting everything, 100%, and one person getting kicked to the curb with nothing, that's not how this works. As someone once commented, it's like you're divorcing someone over a text message, taking the kids' house and car, and then complaining that you're getting heat from it. Like, what do you not understand? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm a better person, if you're a better person, if you did this 3 years ago, if I did this 3 years ago, if you scammed this person, if I did this. None of this matters. The point is that you are not justified in changing all the passwords and taking my 50% of what I've been working on for 3 years. You don't have the right to do that, okay? And you have not in any of these videos explained what would actually give you that right. Let's quickly speedrun Leg's entire video. Let's go.
Honestly, it's sad that I still have to talk about this, but let's get right into today's video.
Okay, no, it's not sad you still have to talk about this. You have a responsibility to explain to our fan base a justification for why you switched all the passwords and changed the channel name from PACKGOD and Leg to just Leg. To this point, you have still yet to do this. The only real reasoning that you've provided is that you've perceived me as a bad partner. Now, I could just say the same thing as you. Leg, you are a liar, manipulator, a narcissist, and a horrible person, right? Like, you scammed these 4 editors, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking all the channels away from you. But that wouldn't fly because that's not how this works, right? You can't just say, oh, you're a bad person, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking it, right?
Another thing I want to mention just to clarify is the point of that video, the truth about PACKGOD, was to show the type of person that I've been working with for the past 3 years.
No, Leg, this is where you're delusional. The point was not to make a video saying why PACKGOD is a bad person. The point was to provide a form of justification for why you had a right to switch the channel passwords and take my 50% away from me and keep 100% for yourself. That is what the purpose of your video should have been, right? Not just sitting there and saying, PACKGOD did this with Gideon, or PACKGOD said this a long time ago. No, you're so off point, man.
It wasn't to say this, it wasn't to slander his name, it was to demonstrate why I no longer want to work with PACKGOD because he's not the person you think he is.
Once again, no one's forcing you to work with me. You can do whatever you want, but stealing the channels and social medias from me and not giving me anything is not the proper way to go about this. Like I said before, if you don't want to work with someone, you have to reach out to them, have a civil conversation, and split, right? This is 3 years of a partnership. You don't just end it like, that's not how this works.
He uploaded this video of him putting on a performance, fake crying, fake coughing, and trying to manipulate you guys by trying to garner your sympathy. The video itself is still on his channel, and I have the unlisted link in the description.
You then go on to say that I'm fake crying and coughing. First of all, I was sick for 2 weeks before this, okay? And during this, I was sick. Every stream I had done prior to this, I had been coughing the whole time. Even on Gideon's talent show, I was coughing the whole time. Guys, I would show all this proof to you, but once again, Leg privated all the streams, and I cannot access the evidence to show you, right? Also, with the fake crying, I never even claimed I was crying. In fact, I wasn't crying. I never said I was crying. My voice was shucking out of despair since someone who I thought to be my friend fucked me over and needed 3 years of the work I've done and shit on my name to our entire fan base without letting me come up on the channel to make a video and defend myself. So yes, like, I was emotionally defeated. Yes, I was a wreck. And yes, I posted that video because I was distraught. I was tired of all this bullshit and I didn't know what to do, okay? And then I unlisted the video because after a couple of days of thinking and being logical, I decided that I need to go on here and defend myself in a more professional manner. That's when I unlisted that video and made the truth about Leg video, right? I kept the video there as public knowledge that it still existed as unlisted. If I was trying to hide it from everybody, then I would have just deleted the video off the channel.
In PACKGOD's first video he posted, he had his webcam on. He was showing his face. Look at me, I'm PACKGOD, look, I'm so genuine. But when he posts this video of him so-called crying, the webcam is nowhere to be found. Why is he not showing his face?
You then go to talk about me not showing my face. I'm not showing my face because I'm an emotional wreck and it's fucking embarrassing. Who wants to show themselves like on the camera? Like, dude, how are you even talking about showing face when this entire time you haven't shown your face once? All you've provided is someone else's CSGO surf gameplay under everything you've said. How are you even bringing this up as a point?
I'm so genuine. But when he posts this video of him so-called crying,
once again, I never claimed to be crying. So-called crying. This is something you just made out of thin air. When did I say, guys, I'm crying right now? What are you talking about?
And you're probably asking, Leg, why did PACKGOD take this video down? It's because the people in the comments started catching on to his lie.
This video has nearly 3,000 comments, and you screenshotted 4 comments that have no likes that were at the very bottom of the video, right? These weren't the major comments, and half the comments aren't exposing me. They're just saying, why is the video unlisted? What are you talking about? Now let's get into the editor drama.
But I will take fault. I shouldn't have stopped responding to Jaunt, and I apologize for this, Jaunt. That was very unprofessional of me. Jaunt probably spent a lot of time editing this video, and I apologize for that, Jaunt. I apologize that you wasted your time during this video. One thing I learned from this situation as a whole and all this drama is that we're all humans at the end of the day, and we all have flaws. And one of my flaws personally is responding to DMs or responding to emails. I suck at it, and I need to get better at that.
So for Jaunt, you literally admitted to scamming him, right? You said that you never paid him for the video that he did, right? Okay, at least you're being honest, you're apologizing, right? But you then bring an excuse and say that it's because you suck at responding to emails and messages. No, that is not a valid excuse for scamming people. You're clearly just airing him out because you had him edit a video and then you didn't want it anymore and you didn't want to pay for him, so you stopped messaging him, right?
One thing I learned from this situation as a whole and all this drama is that we're all humans at the end of the day and we all have flaws.
So if you're saying that we all have flaws, where is the justification for you to take everything, go up on a pedestal and be like, PACKGOD is a horrible person, he doesn't deserve everything? If we both have flaws, right, there's no justification for you to take my 50%. Something doesn't add up here.
Now, before the song had released, PACKGOD had messaged me on Discord and let me know to make sure John gets his splits. So the day PACKGOD messaged me that, I had went into the DistroKid and added John's email in there to make sure he got his money. But apparently, it had never went through.
Now let's get into John. Once again, you admit to not putting him on splits, even though I reached out to you and asked you to do it. And your excuse was, oh, well, I mean, I thought I did it, but it just didn't go through. No, dude, that is not an excuse for what you did. Okay, imagine I steal a car and get caught for it. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I thought the payment went through. My bad. Right, my bad. Whoops. No, dude, you're only talking about this stuff and you're only hitting all these editors up now because you got exposed for it, right? That shit with Jaunt happened months ago. Months ago, okay? And you're only talking about it now because you just got fucking exposed.
So PACKGOD got John in his video to expose me over $15.
Also, for the Jaunt thing, you try to invalidate it by saying it's only $15. Dude, the song Money Talk's been up for 2 weeks. Of course it hasn't made much money yet. It will print money for the rest of time. That's the point of a royalty. It's a gradual income, alright? The point is that John should be making money for this for the rest of his life. It's not just $15, okay? Also, dude, you literally leaked John's fucking email in the video. Can you please fix that? Because now he's gonna get fucking doxxed because you released his email and had it live in the fucking video.
That I had stopped messaging him, and then a month later, we posted the video video and he was in complete shock because he thought he got scammed. So he reached out to Slashes, and then Slashes alerted us and I paid him. So as you guys can see, I suck at replying to editors, and I apologize for that, DZ. I truly do.
Once again, you're admitting to scamming an editor. You're admitting to not paying DZ for a month till I had to confront you about it, and the excuse once again is, sorry guys, I'm not good at responding to editors. Stop. That is not a valid excuse. You saying I'm bad at reading DMs is not a valid excuse for scamming someone. Just say, okay, I fucked up, I scammed these people, I'm sorry, and move on. Stop saying sorry, but then having an invalid excuse to try to back up your bullshit. Stop. And you paying the editors after you get exposed doesn't make you right for what you did.
This deal we made was super late at night, and I told him I was gonna pay him the next day. Now I woke up the next day and forgot to pay him.
Once again, for Slashes, you literally admit that you didn't pay him, and your excuse is, I forgot to pay him. Leg, that is not an excuse for scamming someone. If I say I'm gonna pay someone something and then I just forget to pay him, I'm scamming him. Okay, it's my responsibility that when I promise someone I will pay you money for this, that I pay them, especially when they do the work up front and send it to me, right? All you've done in the first half of this video is just admitting to scamming 4 different editors, right? Clearly, it is now visible through Leg's own admission of guilt that Leg is by no means a saint. So viewers of this video, let me ask you a question, right? If you say me and Leg are both fucked up, right? Whatever, right? You could say that, okay? But where in that realization is the justification for him switching the passwords and taking my 50 and getting 100%, right? That doesn't make sense. Okay? He has no justification for doing that. At this point, Leg starts to look into my video. He then goes on to ignore the part of my video where I say the YouTube channels were brand accounts and that we both had owner permissions, so I basically invalidated your whole argument that because you originally started the emails for the accounts that they're yours, right? You didn't talk about that at all, which is so crucial, right? You backed off that point.
After watching this video from PACKGOD, I actually realized something. He's absolutely right when he said that we created the Spotify and the SoundCloud together, so I decided to reach out to PACKGOD and find a fair compromise where we could still share that account since we created it together.
You literally admitted that we started the SoundCloud and Spotify together, and the first text message that you sent me since all this happened, right after I had to make 2 exposed videos on you, is you offering that I can send you my music and you'll post them for me on the Spotify and SoundCloud, right? You'll do it for me. And then when I asked you in the response, can I have the sign into the accounts, you literally said, fuck off, no, you're not getting the sign in. So let me get something straight. You're admitting that we started those accounts together. You're admitting that I have a right to 50% of that account, but yet you're also saying that I still shouldn't get the sign in. You are literally admitting to scamming me. Then in DMs when I ask him about the YouTube channels, hey, can I get the sign into the YouTube channels? He just ignores me and tells me to fuck off. So you're not DMing me actually trying to fix the situation at all. You're just basically just opening your ass and shitting on me at this point. I mean, come on, dude. What was the point of DMing me if you're not going to actually give me anything back? Like, this is like a joke at this point.
He threatened me and later didn't accept my offer because it wasn't fair enough to him.
How was this threatening you? In the middle of us talking, you said you had to go. I said, okay, while you're gone, I will tell Keeman, my lawyer, to back off, right? Then you came back, and then after coming back to continue talking about it, you still refused to give me shit. So of course I didn't agree to what you were asking me. You were asking me to forgive you, to take down the videos and private them without actually giving me the sign into any of the accounts. What do you expect? It's like you steal somebody's car and then expect to like make up on it without giving them their car back. I mean, what did you expect?
PACKGOD made a valid point in his video that yes, we made both of those accounts together. So I agree, yes, we should both be able to post our music on them.
This whole thing is about you scamming and stealing my stuff. You legit said we made the Spotify together and you're legit refusing to give me the sign in. You are exposing yourself in 4K in your own video for scamming me. Also, what about the Instagram? What about our Discord server with 60K members? What about every other fucking platform that I brought up that you've just completely ignored?
They basically help us work with YouTube. So basically how this works is the MCM company collects all of the YouTube money, takes a small percentage, and then pays me and PACKGOD out 50% each. So there's no way I could steal PACKGOD's money as the company is going to automatically transfer the money to him without me doing anything. I also would like to mention that the company is going to continue to do this for the next 6 months.
So at this point, you are now openly admitting to the audience that we are both contractually obliged to an NCM, right? And we have a contract with an NCM, a legal contract that we both signed, right? Literally saying that we are both 50% owners of the YouTube channels and that we're getting the money, right? So even having this information, a legal contract saying that I'm 50% of the owner, you still felt the right to steal it from me. What are you talking about? And you said I'm gonna get paid for 6 months. Okay, but what about everything after the 6 months? These videos that I made, that it's just me, right? PACKGOD vs Eagles, PACKGOD vs whatever, right? That I made by myself, paid for the edit, put on YouTube. You're going to be getting paid from these videos for the rest of your life, right? So after these 6 months, I'm just done? You're just taking everything from yourself? That doesn't make any sense. You then go to talk about the Gideon situation and show the screenshot of this DM. Leg, this DM he sent me was before I explained the situation, Leg. Why are you not showing the full DM with me and Gideon? You locked me out of the Twitter, so I can't show anybody the DMs, and you were screenshotting one message when there's an entire dialogue. Show the full DMs. It explains everything about this situation. Why are you hiding this? Literally, right under the DM you screenshotted, Gideon says you would have won the talent show regardless whether or not we had that poll, right? He literally says that to me. Why don't you just show them that? Or give me access to the Twitter. I'll do it myself.
You are not poor. You're not poor. Stop trying to guilt trip people to thinking you're poor.
Why are you still talking about my family's fucking financial situation? You know nothing about my family's financial situation. Like,
you're doing shady stuff on a live stream. I am literally half of the channel. It was called Leg and PACKGOD. That makes me look bad too.
Like, if you were actually mad about this Gideon situation, why did you not once just message me, call me, reach out and say, yo, PACKGOD, can we talk about this Gideon situation? If you would have done that, I would have been like, yo, this is what happened, this is what I talked to Gideon about, blah, 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 and the whole thing would have been figured out and we could have moved on. Till this day, you still have not even bothered asking me what actually happened. Remember, you were not in the show, right? You weren't here. You didn't talk to Gideon. You didn't talk to Patrick. How the fuck do you know what happened?
So what, am I gonna allow my partner to do this type of stuff? That makes me look terrible.
Well, Jesus fuck. With this logic, I should have just taken the channel from you, right? Because you just admitted to scamming 4 editors. So if you think I did something bad and that's justification for you stealing the channel, then what, every time in the past where I thought you were doing something bad, I just had the right to just rip everything from you? Come on, man.
PACKGOD, I have not a single time called you racist, called you a pedophile, or allowed anyone to do that. I can't control what anyone else does with their life. I can only control myself.
2 things. Okay, 1, you're saying you don't actually think I'm a racist, right? Then why in your first exposed video would you bring up the clip of the N-word which you knew would just result in everybody calling me a racist and harassing me? You're literally saying on this side, no, PACKGOD, I never called you racist, I know you're not a racist. But on this side, you're getting 150,000 people to harass me for being a racist. You see how fucked up that is? Also, yes, like, it is your fault he's making the pedo allegations. It happened 1 hour after your exposed video on a stage in a server with 60,000 members that I used to own, that you banned me from, and now you own by yourself, right? And for an hour, he just sat on the stage defaming me. You have a responsibility to deal with this shit, since your PACKGOD hate wave that you started in that live stream literally started causing this.
Oh, you know, back then everyone said it, blah, 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 blah. So what, if everyone's jumping off a cliff, you're just gonna fucking jump with them? That makes no sense.
When the fuck did I ever say this? Dude, at this point, you're just making shit up. When did I say that validated it?
And another thing I want to point out is PACKGOD is literally behind the scenes messaging my own friends trying to get them to turn on me.
How are you gonna get mad at me for this when it's literally the exact same thing you did with Aqua Raps and DJ Trunks? You literally hit up, supposedly my friend, you hit up, yo, DJ Trunks, can you help make an exposed video on PACKGOD? Dude, what are you talking about?
So if PACKGOD decides to make 50 other exposed videos about me saying, Leg did this, Leg's doing this is a lie, I'm not gonna continue to respond to it because he's trying to build his new channel and his new career off of this drama. Are you guys not seeing this?
No, Leg, I'm not trying to milk this situation for clout and grow my fucking career off this. Leg, I already had a career, right, that you stole from me, right? I didn't need any of this. I fucking worked for that shit and you stole from me. I am making these fucking videos to defend myself as a person and let people know of the fucked up shit that you did for me, right? Stop trying to blame me for defending myself. And also, you're also making a bunch of videos about the same thing, and you're getting way more views than me. So what are you talking about?
You'll never know the actual truth. You weren't with me working with PACKGOD, and you weren't PACKGOD working with me. You'll never know the actual situation.
Holy shit! You just exposed yourself on your own fucking video! You literally just said, no one's gonna actually ever see or know the truth about what happened with me and PACKGOD behind the scenes. Your justification for stealing the channels from me is because of what you're claiming happened behind the scenes with me and you for the last 3 years. So if that is your justification, and then you're gonna go say that no one's gonna actually ever know the truth of what happened, you are literally exposing yourself for making no fucking sense. Like, seriously, guys, do you see this? Your response video was pathetic. In this video, notice how in every single one of my responses to you, I go through your entire video, point by point by point by point by point, break down every single thing you said, right? Your video you just made, you just went through about 7%. 7% of the shit that I said in the fucking Truth About Like video. You just ignored the rest. Some of the most incremental, important points about my video, right? You just completely ignored it. So all in all, you scammed the social medias from me, you scammed the channels from me, you stole my 50%, and you have yet to provide any actual justification for what you did. So what now, like, what now? So you're just gonna keep uploading music and videos and stream on this channel by yourself? So you're just gonna sit here with the channel that we built together and just keep uploading by yourself like it fucking nothing? Dude, how is this fair? Look, Leg, what we should do right now, take the Pack on a Leg channel with 150k subscribers, leave it there, okay? You go on your own personal Leg channel, I go on my own personal Pack on channel. You upload, I upload, we both go our separate ways. But it's not fair for one person to steal the channel for themselves and keep uploading and profiting off it while the other person's fucking down here. That's not how it works. This is not how it works. Guys, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. PACKGOD's right, Leg's right, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. The point is, this dude fucking stole 50% that I worked my fucking ass for. He stole this from me, and he had no right to do it. That's all that matters. End of discussion. I'm done. Peace.